Let's give them some business at 6:18 this morning. Check this out. It's turning into a world war over chicken sandwiches. Yeah, responding to franchisee demands for a Southern-style chicken sandwich, McDonald's is trialing a crispy chicken sandwich, this time in Houston and in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah, they say the move comes after Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen reported the best quarter in nearly 2 decades thanks to its own chicken sandwich with same-store sales soaring more than 10%. Chick-fil-A, now the nation's third largest restaurant chain behind, in sales behind McDonald's and Starbucks, also attributes its success to that chicken sandwich. McDonald's has hinted it will roll out a new sandwich nationwide next year.
Wow.
That spicy chicken sandwich. People want it, man.
Maybe you and I need to roll one out. Maybe that's just the secret to any business success,
Maybe
crispy
so.
chicken sandwich.
Everybody that's cool has their own chicken sandwich.
They should, if you don't already.
Now, also in business news this morning, President Trump says he's now in no hurry to reach a trade deal with China, putting it off. Yeah, the deal must be right for America. That's what he says. Mr. Trump says he can even wait until after the election of 2020 if he wants to. He could wait that long. President Trump will also meet with the French President Macron later this morning. He's pretty upset with him with some nasty things he said about NATO. Now, Macron has also upset the Trump administration and others worldwide with the talk of new taxes on high-tech companies. Fox Business host Stuart Varney, he gives some insight in how the president is approaching both of these issues.
He is negotiating. That's exactly what he is doing. The president was elected to realign America's position in the world and realign the patterns of world trade. And that's exactly what he's doing right now in London. He came out and he said, and I'll quote, he says, "I have no deadline on the China deal. Maybe it's best to wait until after the next election." Right. Straightforward negotiating. He's saying, I can wait. We're in great shape. Our economy is just fine. Yours is not just fine. I can wait. Maybe we'll wait till after the next election. That's negotiating. But wait a second, there's more. He also said this morning, I don't want taxing American companies.
Like Amazon, like Google,
and Facebook, etc., etc.
Twitter.
That's right. And the French proposed to do just that. So the president turns around and says, you do that, and I'm slapping 100% tariffs on your champagne, your wine, your cheese, and your fancy handbags. Take that.
And guess
that's because, and he meets President Emmanuel Macron at 9:20 Eastern Time this morning in London. It's our president going over to Europe and laying down the law to the NATO members and saying, hey, look, pay up for your defense.
There you go. Stuart Varney on Fox just a few minutes ago.
Fancy handbags.
There you go.
Look out.
Now, also in business news, the continued growth of e-cigarette use in Texas is the focus of lawmakers at the state capitol later today. It's the Senate Health and Human Services Committee. They'll hear testimony about what more can be done to curb vaping, especially in our high schools. Dr. Ernest Hawk is with the MD Anderson Cancer Center and says the state needs to do what it can to keep e-cigarettes out of the hands of children.
Nicotine can affect the developing brain, for example, and we know it promotes addiction. So that's the greatest concern.
There you go. It was back in September. Texas raised the legal age to buy tobacco products, including e-cigarettes, to the age of 21. So they're going to talk later today about more possibilities to curb, well, getting these things out of kids' hands.
Yes.
Cracking down on, convenience stores that sell them, that sort of thing. I mean, you got to be 21 to buy them. I mean, you got the TABC that goes routinely into convenience stores, and they have a decoy to try to buy booze, beer, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to do the same thing with e-cigarettes and
Right.
some sort of, spot checking here and there and have big fines.
Not how it was supposed to work. E-cigarettes was supposed to get people off of cigarettes and, lead a healthier life, and it turns out no, it's people are starting to vape for really no good reason, and it's hurting them. It's not the plan.
You still worried about this? I mean, we've got a handful of people that have gotten sick. Some have died, but there are tens of thousands of people that will die this month because of cigarettes.
Oh, I know.
Why are we getting all worked up over this?
Well, because Todd,
we're getting all worked up over it because social media and various posts out there by Big Tobacco to try to stamp it down. It's a competitor. It's a business competitor for Big Tobacco.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And, if you want to count how many people die every day from drinking and driving,
I'm just thinking about cigarettes.
Perspective.
400,000 plus die a year from smoking-related illness.
I got you, but it's going to be years before we really know the big picture with vaping because a lot of stuff, we don't know how it's going to manifest itself later on in life.
That's true.
Vaping is still a very new, it's brand new, essentially. So it might be years before we know what it's going to do as a whole to people.
I agree with that.
I'm worried about that.
But
I'm not losing sleep, but I'm worried about it.
But we know what tobacco does.
Yeah, we do.
And we're not doing a damn thing about that. That's my point.
Oh, no. Well, you got to be realistic.
Now, check this out. Capital Metro has opened up the new Norwood Transit Center. This is in North Austin. It's a big celebration day at Capital Metro. Capital Metro's CEO, Randy Clark, he says $700,000 was invested into this new center to provide more shade, security, and signage that count down in real time until the next bus shows up. Got some technology there to show them, hey, the next bus coming in 2 minutes.
Well, that's good.
Capital Metro says the area serves more than 1,500 riders each day. 1,500 riders at that one transit station.
Okay.
There you go.
Man. Okay.
What?
Again, I'm so far.
Use your words. You got doubt on your face.
I'm so far away from it. Well, yeah, I do. When it comes to Cap Metro, I never trust their numbers. We talked about this yesterday. I never trust the numbers because I think they manipulate them. They take things and they pad the numbers to make it look like that they're just blowing the doors off the thing. And I just don't think it's as it seems. But if it is, then great.
Well, listen,
Great.
The amount of money we've been pumping into this transit agency, the amount of taxes they're able to collect with sales tax revenue, I like your idea. Maybe Capital Metro should face a full audit.
Oh, I absolutely do. I really do. I want to know.
You're a genius. You're smart. You're the smartest person I know.
Yeah. You know that's not true. But I'm gonna pretend that you mean it.
No, but a full audit of Capital Metro, I think you're right. I think that would be that warrants.
No, it is
a full
warranted.
audit of the city.
No, because I think most people, when they give these numbers that ridership is up that much,
It's easily manipulated.
that they said what 1 million more rides than they had last year or something like not 1 million. What was it? Was some huge number.
It was a couple 100,000.
Okay, and whatever it was,
Yeah.
and I don't think most people buy that.
I appreciate your skepticism.
Thank you.
More people should have a healthy dose of that. Now, also in business news this morning, Walmart is selling a Rose drink enhancer to flavor your water to taste like wine. Yeah, if you ever you've been in a situation where you thought to yourself, man, I could really use a drink, but downing an adult beverage at that moment wouldn't be advisable, Walmart has got a product just for you. According to the Instagram account at Candy Hunting, the retail chain is selling Rose wine drink enhancers that let you rose or rosé all day long with non-alcoholic drinks. Just add a few drops to your water and instantly you have the flavor of wine. What a waste of time that is.
I was going to say.
Now, Delicious points out that you may not have to go to the store to find these as they are not listed on their website. Candy Hunting says the additive was located in the juice aisle under Walmart's Green Value brand.
You know, Todd, if you didn't get a little bit of a buzz from drinking a glass of wine, would you drink wine just for the taste of wine?
I only drank it to get drunk.
Hell no.
512-836-0590.
The Todd and Don Show.